What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. We are back for a new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 3, episode 1. So we pick up with the Scott brothers. They are down to Scott Manor. That we know they have that land, and they want to build like the whole like family compound. And it looked like they ain't even broke ground yet. Marceau said that the rain has been pushing them back, and they haven't been able to get the things in place to put the do all the stuff, the things that you got to do to build stuff, child, whatever. He's also complaining that, you know, Tisha keeps changing the plans and keeps going back and forth with the architect, which I believe is his uncle, and it's just pushing things further back, and it is just a whole issue. And I'm sure COVID didn't help either. We know that materials and things like that. So, child, Hope Manor ain't gone nowhere. I mean, I said Hope Manor. Scott Manor ain't gone nowhere. So then we have Kimmy. Maurice showed up, and he said, "Listen, I just want to get a lay of the land because eventually I do want to build a house here." Now Kimmy don't want to be there. Kimmy don't want no parts of living on no compound or none of that. Okay, but for the purposes, and Marceau reminded him like, Kimmy ain't gonna let you. He was like, "Let me." Yeah, Maurice, let you. We know who let you. So then we have Melody and Destiny. The divorce is final, and Destiny is there. You know, her and Melody are really close. They've gotten really close. Now listen, earlier, matter of fact, I want to say Friday, Liberic made the announcement that him and Destiny were getting divorced, but on here the divorce is final. So I guess they finally made the announcement public, since it was gonna be on the first episode. Like within the first 10 minutes, Destiny is announcing to Melody that her and Liberic are divorced, and Melody was like, "Girl, what?" And she was like, "I mean, I knew they was having problems, but I didn't know they was getting divorced." And she was like, "Well, why didn't you say anything?" And she said, "Well, you were going through what you were going through, and you know, I just wanted to be there for you. I wanted to have your back and support you through all of this." Now, she said that her and Kimmy had, you know, gone out, and that they are sort of in a better place, but that Kimmy was being messy and asking about Liberic. Girl, that ain't being messy. When you a newlywed and you got a baby, but don't nobody ever see you with your husband, that ain't messy. It might be nosy, but I would ask the same damn question. Like, where your husband? He working? He can't. I got a cousin that got married. We ain't seen her husband since. He don't come to nothing. I be like, this, he don't like us? Like, what? Last time we saw him was at the wedding. I be asking. I don't think that's messy. Anyway. But, of course, Melody was like, girl. Now, I don't know how much of that Melody really didn't know, how much of that they was just putting on for the camera. But, baby, Melody really looked like she ain't know. She really looked like she ain't know what was going on. But I could appreciate that. I could feel that as a friend saying, listen, well, I know what I have going on. And she even said that. She said, listen, me and Liberic, our marriage was new. You know, I felt like it, you know, it wasn't that deep. I mean, I'm sure she was hurt. I'm sure she went through all the processes that you go through when your marriage is breaking up. Like, I'm not lessening that. But what she was saying was, I know what you were going through. You know, we talking about, you know, y'all were married for over 10 years and you've got, you know, 4 kids and you've got all of this and all of that. It really is. I just felt like I needed to be there for you, and I could put my own situation aside. And I thought that was, you know, I could appreciate that, Destiny. I don't think that was all of it. I think part of it was you just didn't want nobody in your business. But okay. So then we have Marceau and Kimmy. Kimmy is meal prepping for Marceau. Now, if y'all follow Kimmy on Instagram, she shows her meal preps. Now, he said that she's a caterer. Kimmy, how many jobs do you have, girl? You a nurse, you a real estate agent, you be fixing people credit, you now you a caterer and you do meal prep. Girl, how many hours are in your day? Because I know how many hours are in mine. I don't have as many hours as you seem to have. I need to find some, buy some, get some from you. Anyway, so while they're there talking, Marceau is asking Kimmy to plan. He wants to have a surprise party for Latisha because she's graduating. You know, she was in a master's program. She's getting her second master's. Shouts out. Go ahead, girl. And she is She wants her to he wants to have a surprise party for her, but basically he wanted Kimmy to plan the party. All he wanted to do was show up and throw some meat on the grill. He wanted Kimmy to do what Latisha probably normally does whenever they have a function. And Kimmy was like, no, I'm not. And at first Kimmy was like, hell no, that's a hard no. But then he sort of wore her down and she was like, I will help you. She said, but I really do mean help because you have a tendency of going ghost. You have a tendency that it's supposed to be help and then it end up being me. So I don't want that to happen this time. And then she was saying, you know, especially since the way Latisha seems to feel about me these days. And that was part of what Marceau and Maurice were talking about, was the fact that Latisha and Kimmy still aren't really in a good place. And Kimmy was like, listen, I don't have a problem with Latisha. She seems to have a problem with me. I don't have no issues with her. I don't have no problems with her. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and plan no party for somebody that don't see it for me right now. That I'm not going to do. But I don't have no issues with her. She has issues with me. So, but she agrees to help him do the party. Now, while this is going on, Latisha is talking to her cousin, Didi, her cousin. And basically she's saying how, you know, the same thing she said last year. She just didn't feel like she was supported by Kimmy. And she didn't feel like Kimmy had her back like she thought she should. And girl, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sick of this storyline already. Because I feel like we did this all last season. And at the end of the day, Latisha and Kimmy just don't see it the same way, and they just not going to. There's never going to be a meeting of the mind in that situation. And so I feel like, I see that this is going to be an ongoing thing for the rest of the season, but I'm sick of it already because I think it's ridiculous. I think Latisha's point of view on it is ridiculous, but whatever. Then we have Martell going down to Destiny's beauty supply store because he wants to try to get her to sell some products for a company he's trying to buy into in her store. So first of all, Latisha, damn, I'm making up names. Hold on. Destiny, first of all, Destiny called herself checking him because this is after he had put that post up from his daughter's first day of school and he put 4 down, 1 to go. And she's checking him about it like that was insensitive. Why would he do that? And listen, y'all know how much I hate agreeing with Martell. Y'all know what it does something to me. It just makes me throw up a little bit in my mouth when I have to agree with Martell on anything. Okay? But I was with Martell this whole conversation. First of all, at the end of the day, what he did to Mel was fucked up. We know it. We got it. We wrote the book. We done witnessed it. But at the end of the day, he does have 5 kids. Those are his children. And if he didn't claim his child, we would have had a whole bunch to say about why he say he only got 4 kids. We know he got that 5th one. So now his thing is, listen, it is what it is. It happened. It ain't no secret. Everybody know I got this other child. So I am daddy. I am claiming my kids. What's the problem? I was taking my daughter to her first day of school and I said 4 down, 1 to go. I've been there for all my kids' first day of school. I wrote a post about it on my social media. I don't see what the issue is and it ain't nobody else's business. And I 100% agree with Martell on that. I don't understand what she's talking about. Well, that was just a little bit insensitive, don't you think? Listen, Mel know he got another damn kid. Hell, she told us. I just don't feel like the divorce is final. We know the child is there. It's not fair to that child. That child ain't asked to be here. So no, I'm sorry. Martell is no longer in the business of trying to... Hell, he didn't give a damn about Melody's feelings when he was married to her. Why do we expect him to give a damn about Melody's feelings now? So then he said, listen, I'm done with that conversation. Let me show you these products. This is a company that I'm trying to partner with. I'm trying to buy 20% stake in the business. And I want to bring you these products. And Destiny was like, what you mean trying to? Like, you're not a part of the company yet? He was like, well, no, I didn't sign the contract yet, but, it's a good product. And I want to talk to you about starting to stock them in your store. She starts getting in his business about why he ain't signed the contract and he need to sign the contract and why he out here peddling for a business for a contract for a company that he does. And what he said was, I didn't want to sign a contract until after the divorce was final, because remember, all their money is tied up, so he didn't want to do nothing. I'm sure his lawyers told him, don't you start nothing new until this divorce is final. And she was like, well, how long has the divorce been final? He was like, I mean, it's been final for a minute now. She was like, so I don't understand. I mean, I'm just trying to look out for your best interest. She said, basically, you out here working for free. He said, well, no. At the end of the day, whether I own part of this business or not, this is a black business that I'm trying to support. I'm coming to another black business to support. So I'm really trying, like, if I never buy into this company, my purpose for being here is the same. And guess what, Destiny? It ain't none of your damn business. Either you're going to put this product in your store or you're not. I get it that you and Martell are friends or were friends. I get that. But once he told you, I got this covered, don't worry about that, I just want to talk to you about this company, that should have been it. I just felt like she was really getting into stuff that just won't his business. Now, I lied. I said this whole conversation I was with Martell. I wasn't with him at the end, because then he said, see, that's why your ass getting a divorce now, because you don't know what to say out your mouth. And then he was like, see, you got to learn, like, a man don't want a woman with no smart mouth. You got to learn to let a man be a man and a woman stay in a woman's place. Now, I don't believe it. I don't agree with none of that, Martell. See, I was with you. So I was with Martell for about 90% of this conversation, because that really was just the tail end of it. But let's be clear. That's how Martell thinks. And he's talking about something. That's why Melody divorced now. No, Melody divorced because you had an affair for 20 years. That's why Melody divorced. That's not. Anyway, Lord have mercy. So we are at so Melody is at her office, honey. She is managing her global brand with her team. She got her churn in the office with her. She is every woman. Okay, she is doing the damn thing. And Chris comes by. Now, Chris is the guy, the real estate guy from last season, who his wife was also trying to him and his wife were trying to counsel Melody and Martell, but baby, it was just too much, too little, too late to ever try again. Okay, too much, too little, too late to ever try again. It was over. That's when Melody threw that damn glass and tried to take Martell's head off. Anyway, so he wants to talk to Melody about these 47 acres. He said the deal is moving forward, but he wants to talk to Melody about setting up building some custom homes and selling them. Now, I'm going to give Melody credit. Melody said, have you talked to Martell about this? And he was like, well, no, I ain't talked to Martell. She said, listen, me and Martell got enough issues right now trying to co-parent, trying to just do what we need to do for the kids. Honestly, we just don't need no more complications. Like, I really would rather let me think about it. Let me go through some things first, because I don't know if this is something I'm trying to really get into with Martell at this point in the game. Okay. Now, Miss Wanda couldn't make it to the party. Okay. We all suspect that Marceau planned the party specifically on a weekend that Miss Wanda couldn't be there. But Latisha Daddy was there. It was nice to see Latisha Daddy horse. Okay. Now, we at the cookout. It was at a little park outside. Like I said, Marceau's on the grill. Destiny's there. Melody's there. Everybody there. Okay. It's all good. But I felt like Kimmy's family decided they was going to bum rush Kimmy. Latisha's family was bum rushing Kimmy. Her cousin Kiki was the one I said earlier. I think I called her Dee Dee. Okay, Kiki. We had Kiki. We had her cousin or her little brother. And they are trying to check her about the situation with Latisha and how, and again, Kimmy was like, I don't have a problem with Latisha. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know what y'all want from me. She said at the end of the day, it is what it is. And then they brought up the thing about something at a family reunion where the question was asked, have they been talking about Melody? Kimmy said yes. Latisha said no. And Kimmy was like, well, how was I supposed to answer that question? Because we were talking about Melody, correct? So was I supposed to say something different? So I was supposed to lie. Latisha said no. She lying. I'm supposed to lie with her? No. We were talking about Melody. She was like, but I don't remember Latisha having my back when it came to the whole Kyle situation. I remember being out there on that. I remember being out there on that limb by my damn self. So, like, y'all rolling up on me, checking me about what I should be doing with Latisha. Latisha ain't there when I need her. So Latisha shows up. Everybody is congratulations. She gives her little speech, her little thank you everybody for being here speech. And at a certain point, Kimmy pulls Latisha to the side and said, Latisha, listen, girl, I love you. Like, I really, truly love you. But it has come to my attention that clearly you have a problem with me. So can we just once and for all just figure this out and be done with it? Like, I feel like a broken record. I'm done with it. So Latisha says what I feel like I've heard her say 50,000 times. I just feel like it's the same song. The Kimmy wasn't there for her. Kimmy didn't have her back. I thought we were closer than that. I thought when I needed you, you weren't there. I don't have a sister. I thought you were going to be my sister. And Kimmy was like, so does that mean be with you when you wrong? Does that mean lie? Like, is that what your definition of being a sister is? She said, we're going to have a difference of opinion. Like, why can't, it's okay. Why can't we have a difference of opinion? Why can't we disagree? Like, I don't understand what I'm just confused by that. So I don't think anything was resolved. Like I said, I feel like at the end of the day, I don't feel like nothing was resolved. And I feel like we're going to be talking about this for the next 10 weeks. Or however long this season going to last, child. Marceau bought Latisha a presidential rollie, honey. He said, you know, for this accomplishment, that's a presidential accomplishment. I can appreciate that. Listen, y'all remember last year when Marceau made them comments about Latisha being from the wrong side, the other side of the tracks, or the wrong side of the tracks? Baby, how about her family hemmed up Marceau about them comments? Marceau had to talk himself out of it. Marceau was like, damn. I mean, I didn't invite Miss Wanda, but I guess Miss Wanda 2.0 showed up. But you know what? They should have gotten your ass, Marceau. You know you was wrong for that comment about the other side of the tracks. And then he tried to clean it up, talking about some. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all was on the good side of the tracks. I mean, y'all might have been in the projects, but sometimes we were homeless. Marceau, just sometimes it's okay to just don't say nothing. Yeah, it's okay sometimes to just don't say nothing. Just let it go. Latisha and Melody seem like they're in a good place. Melody was there. She bought her a gift and all that. So they seem to be in a good place. So that was the first episode. It was a decent starter. I feel like I'm going to be talking about this shit all season with Kimmy and Latisha, and I'm over it. I'm tired of talking about it. There is no resolution here. And Latisha and her passive-aggressive ass. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.